Hey guys, TechMan here with the video for you guys. In today's video, we're going to be reviewing iOS 15 on the iPhone 8 here. As you can see, we updated the iPhone 8 to iOS 15, and we're in this video going to talk about some of the top features of iOS 15, how well the experience is upgrading to iOS 15, and finally, whether you should upgrade or not to iOS 15. All of that and much more we're going to be covering in this video. As you can see, we updated to the latest version that's been released with iPhone 13 lineup came iOS 15 with some of the neat features that we have seen, and we're going to show you guys what's available and some of the advantages of using iOS 15 if you haven't updated or looking to upgrade and haven't made that decision. Hopefully this video will help you make that decision. But before we go ahead and get started, if you guys are new to our channel, we do a lot of tech news reviews and giveaways, so make sure that like and subscribe button. Also, if you guys are in the market for one of these phenomenal devices at a discounted rate, make sure you guys check out the links in the description section. So let's talk about iPhone 8. So iPhone 8 was released back in 2017, and now we're in 2021. It's been a little over 4 years since this phone has been released, and it's one of those phones that's going to be around maybe another year or two of getting the major updates. And it's one of the last devices where you still have the home button here, and you get that 4.7-inch smaller size phone compared to some of the newer smartphone nowadays where the size has increased quite drastically. But it's a compact phone, and it's probably one of the unique design phones that Apple has made. When it came out, it's the first time you've seen that wireless charging come into play, where now the back is glass, you can do wireless charging, and you can get it in a multitude of colors. There's also this unique feature of this phone, which is of course being able to do a lot of the things that you can do with the newer phone. So when the phone first was released in 2017, it came with iOS 11. Now on iOS 15 here. So if you haven't updated, you're simply going to go to settings and then general and then software update, and you're going to make sure that you're up to date here. And being up to date, it's going to take about 2 to 3 gigs. So if you don't have space, make sure you make that space and go ahead and you can install it from there. It's pretty simple to do over the air. You can also do it through iTunes as well here. And we have noticed that upgrading, it takes about 30 to 45 minutes. So you'll notice that's going to be because it's a major update. If you have good Wi-Fi, it can take you less. Sometimes you find if you can't do it over the air, you can also do it through iTunes as well, and that equally does it. So it does upgrade pretty successfully here. And the first thing you probably notice is updated in terms of the UI here. You'll see more rounded edges on the settings here. That's because Apple, as with the new update, they'll clean up some things like the UI itself. You are also able to see the updates to the weather app. For example, here we'll probably notice cleaner UI version of the weather app. It's been updated. You get more information in a compact way. You're able to add more cities and being able to see that more precisely. You're also probably to the map as well, like with the other UI. Now you're able to zoom in and out to some of the features that weren't available into live views, which again here, if we search up things, we're able to now look at unique places and things like that. There's going to be a lot going on here in terms of the weather app. So if you haven't checked it out, you'll probably see these different options which weren't available, which as you can see, they partnered up with this brand here to give you a lot more in terms of usage of the map, as they're really pushing towards for users to use their map services as well. And other things to note is updates to the actual memojis here, where now you can actually share things across platforms of music, photos, and videos. Probably see a lot of that around sharing photos, and those are the minor updates that you'll see. Emoji updates and your Face ID as well. So that's going to be a unique feature. There's also a feature update to FaceTime. So if you're a person that uses FaceTime a lot, now you can actually send links to anyone that doesn't even have an iPhone. They can have an Android PC, wherever they can connect to the internet with a browser, and they can click on that and join FaceTime. So literally you can FaceTime with anyone now. You'll probably see more smarter Siri now. So if you activate Siri, if you haven't turned it on, you probably notice now it's a little bit faster because they're doing more offline searches. There's updates to Safari as well. Probably seen this where the tab now is at the bottom. You get things like being able to actually open up different tabs in a different view here, where now you have multiple tabs. You can close out tabs, which again was a feature that wasn't available. You can able to go and create different tab groups and a lot more. Just I think it's a cleaner their version for Safari, as Safari has kind of lagged behind some of the other browsers, but it gives you that experience as well. Even other things you'll probably notice is the wallet now. Major update has been made to the wallet app. So if you have used or haven't used the wallet app in the past, you were sort of limited to just utilizing the Apple Pay and being able to add your debit or credit card. There wasn't much going on. Now you're able to add things like your digital key for your car, hotel, house, things like that going on. A lot more going on to it. You're actually able to add your license as well. So you'll once you're signed in, you're able to get that across your devices and utilize more IDs that weren't possible with the previous updates here. So a lot you can do with iOS 15 here. Of course, iOS 15, you can read all about it. There's a lot of other things like privacy settings that have been changed, which we'll do a video so you guys understand all of that. So make sure you link. This is a FaceTime link that we just mentioned here. Now you can send FaceTime to anyone. You also have the unique features being able to translate across the board with a lot of the more applications that you haven't been able to do in the past. Now you're able to translate in languages as mentioned here. There's going to be a lot more languages opening up. So overall, the experience of upgrading to iOS 15, it's not bad. You're able to update it. And now the other thing we want to talk about is the battery life. It's going to be a big deciding factor, especially if you're someone that are concerned about the battery life. The battery life on the iPhone 8, if you know, it's around 1820 1 mAh. So that gives about 13 hours of video playback. Is that a lot or not? Well, one thing is going to be mentioned is going to be your battery health, which is going to be determining how much of that capacity you can use. At 80% of that 1800 mAh, you're going to be looking to use around maybe 1500. Again, it depends on the wear and tear of the battery, because over time your battery capacity goes down. You're not going to get the full strength of it. But upgrading to iOS 15, good thing is that we haven't seen any major drops in the battery life on general usage here. So the battery life has been stable so far. We're going to do probably more updates around over time using it if we do notice any changes to the battery. But right now, at a given time, we haven't seen any issues with the battery of it. So if you're concerned with the battery, probably not something to be concerned of. So you're going to notice that you're going to be able to do that. One of the other things that we miss here that wish with this update that Apple has done is the portrait mode, which is only available on the iPhone 8 Plus or 7 Plus, any of the newer phones out there. And there's also cinematic mode, which comes with iPhone 13 lineup, which we don't have that. But with the iPhone 8, you're still able to take videos in 4K, to take some phenomenal HDR photos and much more as well. But nonetheless, it's still a great camera for the iPhone 8. So that's our review of the iPhone 8 with iOS 15. Is it worth upgrading? It's something we'll let you guys decide, but our experience has been positive so far. No drops in battery performance. We haven't seen any sort of issues, lags, or anything like that, any glitches as well. Of course, it is very new still, so it's going to take some time, and Apple is most likely going to be pushing out more updates like they did with 14.0.1. There's been other bugs that probably will come out sooner or later, and they're going to keep on updating. And sooner or later, you're going to be required to update to iOS 15 for security and features of the apps. Most apps, when they update their app, they're going to be asking you to update to the latest version of iOS so that you are on a supported device. So hopefully this video is helpful. If this video is helpful, please make sure to like and subscribe. But also, we want to hear from you guys. If you guys use iPhone 8 or updated to iOS 15 on your phone, what has the experience been? Have you noticed any issues with it? Anything to mention in terms of if you integrated with other Apple devices? If you've seen that there's an issue, put a comment in the comment section as well so everyone can see. Thanks for watching, guys. See you guys next time.